In this country, we've weathered recessions, wars, pandemics, storms that shook us to our core. But some of the most dangerous threats we face don't announce themselves with sirens or headlines. They creep in quietly, settling into our routines, our habits, our neighborhoods. And today, in the middle of these 2020s, when uncertainty feels like the air we breathe, America is grappling with a silent surge that too many folks still don't see coming. High blood pressure, hypertension, a force that whispers before it roars. Nearly 1 in 3 adults is living with it, many without even knowing. And behind that number are real lives, parents trying to make ends meet, young professionals glued to screens and deadlines, communities boxed in by food deserts and long commutes, hidden pressures stacking up day after day until the heart is carrying more than it was ever meant to bear. Because the truth is, this crisis doesn't hit us out of nowhere. It hides in the chronic stress that tightens our shoulders and our vessels, in the processed foods that flood our bodies with sodium we never asked for, in the weight we carry physically, emotionally, from a culture that pushes us to move faster than we can breathe. It's in the sleep we don't get, the oxygen our organs are starved of, the 73% of young adults walking around undiagnosed, unknowingly fighting a battle inside their own bodies. And yet, in the face of all that strain, courage still shows up. It shows up in the leaders pushing for better food labeling, for neighborhoods where a child can safely walk to school, for clinics that meet people where they are instead of where bureaucracy thinks they should be. It shows up in the parent choosing whole foods over convenience, even when convenience is cheaper. In communities advocating for health education, for equitable access to screenings, for the simple dignity of knowing what's happening inside your own body, because every lowered reading, every point that comes down is a small act of victory, a reminder that prevention is not abstract, it's real, it's personal, and it saves families from heartbreak we can absolutely avoid. Now, we've always wrestled with tensions in this country between freedom and responsibility, between the right to choose and the duty to our future selves. But when entire neighborhoods are shaped by stress, by long hours, by unhealthy environments engineered for profit, then the question isn't about indulgence, it's about justice. It's about whether we're content to let invisible killers carve deeper divides into our democracy. And here's the thing, progress is slow. It always has been, but it is progress. Wearables that track pressure before symptoms strike, policies pushing transparency in our food system, communities reclaiming health through small steps, a daily walk, a mindful meal, a moment of calm in a sea of noise. These aren't just lifestyle tweaks, they're acts of resilience. They're ordinary people making extraordinary decisions that bend the arc of their lives toward health. So the real test we face today isn't just medical, it's moral. Will we summon the empathy to confront a crisis that doesn't shout? Will we build trust in a time when trust feels fragile? Will we choose to care enough about ourselves, about our neighbors, to stop this silent surge before it takes more from us? High pressure whispers before it roars. But if we listen early, if we act boldly, if we stand together, then we can quiet this storm long before it breaks. And in doing so, we honor something fundamental about America. Our belief that every life has value, every community deserves a fair chance, and every heart, no matter the strain it carries, is worth protecting.